Okay, perfect. So, welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. This is Cesar Trabanco at the Global Chamber, and we're having today a conversation with Dimos Economeas about opportunities in Spain for those who are looking at that market. So, exporting products to Spain with a little bit of focus on food and agriculture products. So I would like to introduce Dimos. Dimos is the CEO and founder of of Cargo Consulting, and Dimos has over 15 years of experience in three different continents. He's Greek, but he has lived in China for 6 years, I think, and then in Chile for another 6 years before landing into Barcelona. Um, he's helping companies with export imports, targeting markets in like Spain, Greece, China, and some part of Latin America as well. He's a member of Global Chamber Barcelona. And so, without further ado, Dimos, I will give you the floor and we look forward to learning more about the opportunities in Spain today. Thank you.
Thank you, Cesar. I would like to thank the Global Chamber for organizing this Globinar, as well as the director of Global Chamber in Barcelona, Mrs. Yuka, for her constant help and promotion of the Global Chamber here in Barcelona and its members. I'm going to give a presentation talking about different kind of basic, interesting things to know for companies that they would like to invest or enter in the Spanish market. And I hope it's going to be helpful for them. Should I share my screen, Cesar?
Yeah,
With the
thank you.
presentation?
Please go ahead with the presentation.
All right.
Thank you, Dimos.
All right, just this is the first slide, and then so in the next minute, I will present an overview of the Spanish market, including some geography, main cities, consumer profile, and other information. We will see also the main ports, airports, documents, and some certificates. And furthermore, possible products to offer to the Spanish market, as well as some other opportunities in other sectors, briefly to talk about trade in Spain. Second, please. Can you see the whole screen, Cesar? I'm sorry, I'm just
No.
no, right?
Go to
Yeah.
slideshow.
You just need to go down, just check if there are boxes there.
Yeah, the when you go down,
Just the main change
at the bottom of this, at the bottom of the
yeah. Here, right? You can see here.
Yeah, perfectly.
All right, so all right. Spain has 74.5 million inhabitants, with most of them concentrated in Madrid and Barcelona, and the rest of the big cities such as Valencia, Seville, and Zaragoza. Spain is the 14th largest economy in the world and the fourth in the European Union. And it has 17 autonomous communities and 2 autonomous cities, specifically Ceuta and Melilla, which is in the north of Morocco, in the north of Africa. They could also be called regions, right? I think I have wait. Here I have a map of Spain. You can see where is Madrid and where is Barcelona for the people that are not aware. And then furthermore, I have here the autonomous regions. As you can see, there are 17 here, and it's Madrid in the middle, and then, for example, Catalonia, which is Barcelona, is on the northeast part of Spain. The main cities, as I mentioned, is Madrid and Barcelona, where most of the business activities are concentrated. However, in terms of production and agricultural products, it is concentrated in Andalusia, Catalonia, Extremadura, and Castile and Leon. Spain is a hub between Europe and Latin America due to its location and the Spanish language. The Spanish consumer has a demanding profile in terms of quality, and there has been a trend on demand on the last years for healthy products, and at the same time, products that are produced or packaged in environmentally friendly ways. On the other hand, the price is an important factor in order to decide the product and or service to purchase. In general terms, the average income is medium high, which gives the possibility for the medium class to purchase products and services, meaning a medium high consumer profile. The consumers are using more and more the e-commerce as a platform to buy different kinds of products and services, including groceries, meat, and fish products. However, since the country has a big percentage of the age group between 50 and 70 years old, they still prefer to buy products offline, like, for example, supermarkets, grocery stores, and in terms of service, go to their office or actual location. Now we're going to talk about logistics, a bit the logistics, transportations, the ports, and everything. Spain is an important transportation link between Europe, the Americas, and Africa. It has been a very well-developed national logistics network, including road and rail, as well as high-end 3PL and logistics providers with warehouses and distribution services. The main ports of Spain in terms of volume are Algeciras, Valencia, Barcelona, Bilbao, and Castellón. We can go back in the map so that you can get an idea more or less where is that. Algeciras is here in the south, and you can see more or less the cities. The main airports in terms of volume are Madrid, Barcelona, and Zaragoza, with all the necessary infrastructures of international airports for passengers and cargo, including specialized warehouses for temperature control shipments and other services. Now, it comes with the necessary documents to import products into Spain. We need, of course, the commercial invoice, packing list, certificate of origin, as well as the phytosanitary certificate, analysis of the products, and other similar specialized documents depending on the product. I mentioned the certificate of origin, and I would like to mention here that Europe and Spain have bilateral agreements with many countries abroad in order to be exempted from the import duties. So please bear this in mind when you're drawing your sales or expansion strategy. In terms of certificates, most of the importers for food products request quality certifications such as ASP, Global Gap, and GRASP. And there is a new certificate for water sustainability from 2025 that is also being discussed, for which mainly large supermarket chains have already started to inform their suppliers. In any case, every product needs specific documents in order for it to be imported in the European Union or Spain. Thus, we recommend to verify in advance all the necessary certificates and documents prior to any transactions to avoid unnecessary delays and costs. The import VAT in Spain usually is 21%.
Dimos,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. We're seeing the map. I don't know if you're
all right.
trying to
I'm
say
going to
something
change that.
else.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Here,
sure.
it's just some notes here, all right? Just to have a guideline. Thank
Okay.
you, Cesar. All right. So the import VAT in Spain usually is 21%. However, for some products, it can be 10%, like, for example, foodstuff products, or even 4%, speaking generally about the VAT, for example, books, which have to be checked case by case according to the classification of each product and the country of origin. For the customs duties usually are between 0 and 17%, with an average of 4, depending on the product. For some products manufactured from specific countries, there is an anti-dumping tax to protect their national production, let's say. Another important and special tax, which was entered into force in January 23 in Spain as part of the EU's economic recovery package and circular economy policies, is the use of non-recycled plastic, which corresponds to about 0.45 euros per kilo of non-recycled plastic. The exporter must mention in the shipping documents the kilos of non-recycled plastic that their cargo has, in order for the importer to be able to import the product without issues, let's say. Continuing in the presentation, we're going to see some possible products to offer into the Spanish market. Generally, Spain is a big producer and exporter of food products, with high ranks in fruit and vegetable products, which is third worldwide and first in Europe. However, they do import a lot of foodstuff products. Their possible products to offer to the Spanish market are fish, frozen and fresh, fruits, again, frozen and fresh, vegetables, milk, cereals, cheese, legumes, meat, coffee, cacao, sugar, and vegetable oils. Some of them, right? Then the main partners are Morocco, France, United Kingdom, USA, Germany, Italy, Peru, Netherlands, Poland, and Brazil. Of course, there are other countries or other products, but I'm just mentioning these for the other main products and main partners. As mentioned before, the consumers are looking for eco-friendly and healthy products in an affordable price. Now, I would like to talk about something that interests most of the companies that they would like to enter in the market, and this is how and where they will sell their products in the Spanish market. It is recommended to look for an agent or a distributor. With this type of companies, you will have access to different channels, such as groceries, supermarket, delicatessen stores, and other wholesalers. It is recommended a partnership with them because they know the market and they already have the contacts with the possible buyers of different channels, as I said before. It is important to say here that due to the size of Spain, but also due to the autonomous communities that I mentioned earlier, I recommend finding partners by community or region, or with companies that serve with the presence of their company in more than one autonomous community. Furthermore, product promotion and marketing are an important part of getting the products preferred, and the partner you choose is important to be open to participate in the processes and as well as the costs. Selling to supermarkets and similar channels directly is possible, but is recommended only for companies that intend to invest substantially with financial resources, as well as time by making business trips and participating in exhibitions. In cases where the product characteristics allow it, it is recommended to send product stock to Spain for an immediate replenishment. Another way of selling products is with a commercial representative who will communicate with the customers they already have, their existing customers, as well as with new potential customers. And another way to collaborate with this kind of company is them to communicate with potential customers of the company, some sort of sales leads, with the aim of closing deals through personal meetings and communication in the Spanish language. Now that I mentioned the Spanish language, the majority of the Spaniards have a low level of English language, which makes a communication difficult. I wish no offense to the ones present. Large companies or companies with strong import and or export activity usually have staff with a decent level of English, but usually small and medium-sized companies usually do not. So staff or associates who can communicate with prospective clients, partners, as well as to translate catalogs, presentations, and other promotional and communication documents into Spanish is highly recommended. Last but not least, it is also suggested to have the website, your website, translated into Spanish for the convenience of your customers or partners, as well as to adjust the keywords in searching websites such as Google, so that the potential customers or partners can find you. Moving on to other opportunities for other sectors, for companies that they are not in the agro business, I would like to briefly mention some sectors. This is tourism, real estate, and the energy sector. Talking about tourism, tourism is one of the leading tourist destinations in the world. Its wide range of tourist resources and attractions, the hotels, the friendliness of the Spanish people, and a highly professional tourist industry lead 75 million international tourists to select Spain as their destination every year. Spain is the second leading tourism brand in the world. It is the third country in terms of number of tourists per year. Spanish airports receive more than 230 million passengers every year, and the Spanish ports receive 8.5 million cruise passengers every year. So it is an important destination with a lot of infrastructure and, as mentioned earlier, a hub between Europe and Latin America. Moving forward, real estate, and I have a note here to talk about the Golden Visa. Maybe some of you know. So Spain is the fourth most attractive European country to invest in real estate in 2024. Spain is the only country with two cities in the top 10. Madrid is in the third position and Barcelona the seventh. Also, with an investment in real estate from 500,000 euros and above in commercial or residential property, investors get the famous Golden Visa. The Golden Visa, also known as Investor Visa, is an authorization granted by the government to non-EU citizens, European citizens, who wish to stay in the country for an extended period. This type of visa allows the applicants to live, work, or study in Spain, and it offers a pathway also to the citizenship. Last but not least, the energy sector. The energy sector in Spain has historically been characterized by its scarcity of fossil fuels. According to the latest data, Spain's energy import dependency ratio was approximately 67% in 2022. This implies that the country imported more than two-thirds of the primary energy consumed, while only 31% came from domestic energy sources. Progress has been made towards a more diversified mix of types of energy, with a significant increase in the share of renewables, such as solar and wind, supported by the drive for sustainability. Several investment projects in renewable energy initiatives worth of millions of euros were announced in Spain this last month. So the future is renewable for sure. And then I would like to sum up with a few comments. I would like to say that Spain is receiving a lot of foreign investments in several sectors, such as the agro sector, energy and tourism, as I mentioned, including the tech sector. And the main features that give Spain the capacity and make it an interesting target market is the size of the market, the high degree of economic freedom, the presence of competing business, high consumer standards, the attraction of a large number of tourists, its status as a gateway to Latin America, the quality of specialist suppliers, and the developed infrastructure network. Again, Spain is an interesting market to invest in and to export your products and services, as well as to import from. In order to be successful, we recommend to find a reliable with know-how partner or an agent, a consultant, participate in fairs and in general be present in the market. My presentation here ends, Cesar. I tried to summarize enough facts in a few minutes. I remain at your disposal for any questions during the webinar, and of course you can contact me in any other time, and I will be glad to cooperate and guide companies that are interested in the Spanish market. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dimos, for this amazing summary. Then let's open up now for questions. And is there anyone in the audience and you're I have one from Santos here in the chat. Would like to connect offline. And one question: how to reach out to the right distributors in Spain for food stuff? That's coming from Santosh, a member and director in India.
Perfect. Yeah, the right distributor, it has to come from the profile of the company that is interested. There are many distributors, and I guess the right answer depends on the exporter, let's say, or of the origin. Depending on the characteristics of the product, the cooperation. Sometimes a big company or a big distributor is not the perfect fit. There are other smaller players or medium players that they actually will take care, if I can say, more your product. And it's not necessary to cooperate exclusively with one distributor. As I said, there are many autonomous regions, and everybody have their own culture and way to do business. But I'm glad to help in another
Great.
conversation.
Looking forward to connect offline. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks, Santosh. And we have your mail, Louis Johnson, a member custom broker in New York City. Is there any trade food conference in Spain that we should be aware of?
Definitely. There is one next week called Alimentaria. It is one of the biggest fairs, not only in Spain, but in Europe, that combines different kind of channels, let's say, of distribution. It's very big. And then there's another one in Barcelona called Gourmet Food in the end of April. So, yeah.
Awesome. Santosh is also mentioning Fruit Attraction in Madrid.
Fruit Attraction, it passed already. That's why I didn't mention it. I'm sorry. Fruit Attraction is very important, not only in Spain again, but also in Europe. Focus, of course, in fruit, fresh and frozen, with exhibitors from all over the world. Very important. And then there is another one, sorry, Cesar, there's another one for seafood products. I think it's around October in Barcelona. This is also very important.
Awesome. Thank you, Dimos. Anyone else with questions? I see there's a lot of interaction in the chat right now. Okay. We're gonna Jermel is asking if it's possible to put the names of the conference in the chat. So
definitely.
Sounds good. Yuka, so Yuka is our executive director in Barcelona and actually covering beyond Barcelona in Spain and the one that's working hand in hand with Demos. Yuka, you want to introduce yourself? And I know you have a little bit of experience with food products as well. So Yuka, feel free to introduce and let us know more about you.
Thank you very much. My name is Yuka Nakasone. I'm the executive director for the Global Chamber Barcelona, and I work with Demos. Thank you very much, Demos, for your active contribution. And I like to talk about the conferences and events and conferences because Demos said Alimentaria and the other one.
It was gourmet food or gourmet expo. I'll take their exact name right now.
Yeah, and then the seafood in Barcelona, right?
Mm-hmm,
and then actually this week we signed as the Global Chamber Barcelona collaborative agreement with the largest event marketing company in Spain, and they produce 13 events, 13 congresses and conferences around Spain throughout the year. And there are actually three congresses or conferences there. And we can provide free tickets, and these are big congresses. We are talking about thousands of participants for one event. And can I just share screen maybe?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Do you see Nevex event?
Excellent.
Yeah. So this is 2024. We just did e-mobile expo here in February, and then next in not next week, but in 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Madrid for this is a construction congress, and in April there's a food for future and pick and pack. These are two congresses together. One is the future of factory for the food industry. So the target is those who have the, let's say, food production company that has installation to produce the food product. Then this is the place to come to see the automation, robotics, artificial intelligence, and all these things. And then together with this facility type of event, pick and pack is for food industry is the event for packaging about the packaging for food. So if you are in a food business and like to get to know the, let's say, European environment, please come here, because this is World Summit. It's in English, and they are gathering people from whole world, right? These two in April. We can certainly give you the free ticket, VIP ticket that you can get into the congresses. So you can do networking. And then in September, there's a Auténtica. This is in Seville in September. This is the premium food fest. Like Dimo said, there's a gourmet food trade show here in Barcelona as well, but there's in Seville in September. And actually we have the tickets to give out as well. So these are the things that I guess food related, but as he said, hospitality is a big business here, and there's two. One is HIP. It's a hospitality expo. It's in February. It's already done, but next year we're going to have one in February as well. And then there's a tourism innovation summit in October in Seville as well. We're going to have tickets. So if anybody is interested in these conferences or congresses, at least we can take care of the networking bit, because we are official supporting partner. So you're going to come with us, and we can send to the organization to take care of you and make the warm introductions as well, including networking events, special for the Global Chamber. So please let me know. So that's it. And I'm going to stop sharing.
Yuka, we have someone in the chat
Yeah.
saying is interested in the Pick Pack Expo.
Okay, so
You can
let me
follow.
know. Please send me I'm going to see who sent it and send it to you. Okay, thank you.
That's good. Question for Demos. I see we have Munir.
I just want to say that, sorry, Cesar, I just want to say
Yeah.
that the fair pick and pack in Bilbao, I went last year and it was very interesting, specialized for machinery for in the food sector, very interesting. And there is a one in Madrid also. I think it was a few days before or something like that. I'm not that certain on the dates, but it's pretty big.
Great. And I'd like to give an opportunity for Demos to talk about his experiences because he talked about Spanish market, but I would like to know actually what he's done as for importing, exporting, not limited to food, but for anything that he's done so far. Do you have anything interesting to share, Demos?
Yeah, we are considering ourselves as a pure consultant trader. We are open to different kind of sectors, as I mentioned, other sectors today in my presentation as well. We take by hand, let's say, the interesting parties, the customers, importers, exporters, or other companies, and we enter in their project. We try to learn as much as I can, and we try to help them to import or to export, develop or promote their brand. For example, today these days we are helping a brand of cafeterias that they are expanding through the strategy, let's say, of franchise into the world, originally from Greece, and they're interested in the Spanish and the Portuguese market. So we did a market research for them, and we verified that their business plan is viable in the specific market, here in Spain, for example, and we are looking now for investors. This is just one example. And then there are other sectors like industrial sector. We are doing some trading with cables and other products also. And there's an opportunity for a customer that produces and distributes in Spain products for construction use, and they are looking now an opportunity to export their products. They are like kind of leader in the local market, and they are looking on exporting the products. So we are in discussions on how to develop all this interesting
Which
stuff.
country are they?
They are from Spain, and they are looking on exporting initially in South America.
And how can we work with you? Because you said you're independent consultant, right?
Yeah.
Is it always like a long-term contract, or we can just ask for several days or?
Right. What we want, as I said, we are looking for long-term cooperations. We're not interested, let's say, we're not looking into one-time job. We want to learn more about the business of the potential customer and help them develop their business. So we're looking for long-term relationships.
And have you ever done a long-range project like this, or for example, doing import-export administration, or what is your kind of background? And mainly because you're a very interesting profile, a Greek professional with an experience in China, living in Spain, and also had an opportunity to live in Chile, and you're a mixture of everything, right? So,
yeah, actually, my professional life, as you said, started in China. I was very young. I left with a luggage with clothes and full of dreams, and I decided to go to China. It was my dream. I speak Mandarin, and I back then I was starting to learn. So anyway, I started there, and that was in 2008, long time ago. And then I stayed in China for 6 years. I worked in the logistics and international trade sector, let's say. And then the same company gives me the opportunity to go to Chile. That was another challenge. I didn't speak Spanish back then. So new market, everything new. So I don't know. I have been always considering myself as an entrepreneur, a person that looks and finds solutions and best ways to do things. And actually, I do this in my personal life also.
Yeah.
Always looking for better solutions in the family problems, etc. So yeah, it's my personality. And then I was in Chile for 6 years, and then as a family, then we decided to move to Europe. Spain was the most ideal country for us, and here we are 4 years after in Barcelona, leading my project of cargo consulting, helping companies develop their business activities.
Yeah. And you're mainly doing importing into Spain from other countries, but
Correct.
you also do the exporting from Spain, right?
Correct. We are doing imports and exports from 4 main countries, that is Greece, Spain, Chile, and China. However, I am a member, and I have a lot of contacts through all my years of being abroad and as a professional. And we have also contacts in other places in South America, with other platforms that we cooperate. And if we cannot do something, we have partners that can definitely do.
Yeah, great. And so why you kind of focusing on food right now?
Right. Nice question. There are 2 reasons. First, I think that food business is always going to be running, let's say. People have to eat. So, and as an example, during the COVID, it was hard, but things were moving, right? For all the countries, or most of the countries. So it is an interesting business. Of course, it's risky and it's very fast and everything, but it's very interesting for me. And I think the other reason is that I always like to cook and be involved with the food. So it's not my dream to be a chef, let's say, but I can be involved in the food on this matter, on this way.
Great. Yeah, I love cooking as well. And your reasoning of Santos said it's a constant and a recurring business,
Correct,
portrayed.
also, of course.
Of course. And so that's very clever, I think. But when we have any questions about import, export with Spain, with China, with Chile, maybe we can call you up.
Of course.
That's what I'm thinking. Right.
You can reach out to me.
Yeah. And there's a question, I think, from Danny.
Let me see the chat.
Can you come on to unmute and come to the stage and speak, Danny? I see you there on the video.
Okay, thank you, Yuka.
Hello.
I rewrite my question. Thank you. I just want to ask Dimos about what is the most commonly term of payment acceptable in China, in Spain, and you mentioned about the agent and the distributor in Spain. I'm just curious how to find them. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Danny. Thanks for the question. The Spanish companies, they, depending on the market and the profile of the customer, it's very relative. Usually, they do not give credit. Usually, however, what is a trend here, and they have been doing it for years. There are these companies that they are insure their invoices. So the exporter buys a type of insurance that insures the value of the invoice depending on the credibility of the buyer. So the exporter sends the information of that company, of the buyer, to the insurance company, and the insurance company says, okay, this buyer has the A, B, C level of credibility, and we can insure that much. If they do that, then they can give credit because the insurance company will cover them no matter what. So this is my answer to your question. Then in terms of the distributors, there are so many, Danny, small, big, specialized in different kind of products. So if you go online, you will definitely find one. We can also help with a list as a service, let's say, to give it to you. Plus, depending on the product you're looking for or to sell, we could contact them for you and make the first contact, present your company, etc. Yeah, and I will be happy to connect with you also. You can find me LinkedIn. I'm gonna put my LinkedIn profile here in the chat, and then we take it from there. We can chat and we can exchange emails, telephones, and everything. I'll be happy.
Thanks, Demos.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Demos. I have a question. So you talk about how Spain is a getaway for Latin America, but I bet is the same the other way around, right? For Latin American countries to use Spain as a bridge for Europe.
Exactly.
Normally, what's the most similar market to Spain? Like if a Latin American company goes to Spain, what's the next to go? Is it France? Is it Italy? Portugal? How
I would say I will talk about culture, like Mediterranean countries. So Italy, Spain, France, Greece, France. I don't know if I mentioned Portugal. These countries have similar profile. So that you can enter in the similar markets. Then the Northern European countries, they have different profile and different standards, different consumers, different markets. Yeah.
Got it. So for you, it would be for companies in Latin America and elsewhere in general, would be good to introduce you as someone that can really cover Spain, Greece. So that means a little bit of the Mediterranean region overall.
Correct, because the culture and usually the consumer profile is very similar because of the culture and everything. Yeah.
Cool. Santosh is asking, is forming a company easier for foreigners?
It's not difficult. Of course, you will need to give different kind of documents and perhaps you need to present here to be present at least one or twice. But then there are like accountants, let's say, that they can handle your business without you being here. But it's not very difficult. No. Depending on the company you want to make, of course, Santos.
Yeah, I'm curious why Santosh is asking this question.
Do you want to make a company here, Santos?
Yeah.
For us, food, basically into food, the whole world is a market. So the ultimate
Correct.
game for you is basically when you form a company in a different country, right? You basically can, control your finances. You can control your rates. You can control what time you can let your cargoes out. You can also control what time or what timelines you want to ship your goods there. Let's say, for example, if I'm dealing with turmeric, so I do understand the second half of the year, the rates are going to be fluctuating. So I keep pushing the cargoes the other half of the year, and
Mhm.
not the first half of the year, because the first half of the year the prices are cheap and you don't basically make up much money. So when we form a company in different land, you basically understand the supply and demand and try to
Correct.
place your products there and
You
try
focus on
to
different markets. I know the
yeah,
distance
different
helps a lot.
economy has different prices and different demand and supply game. So it's fun to be there coping up in that particular market than sitting in India like a watchdog. You're trying to figure out, okay, can we do it? Oh no, now it's not the time. So it's better to have companies set up. Right now we are already in 3 markets, so we understand that game. So right
Yeah,
now what we
yeah.
are looking at is we are looking at expanding to new markets to have new fun in the game and try to, I mean, add up more countries to our portfolio.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely having an office here, even if you don't have the product, let's say just a commercial office, it gives a better profile of your company to the possible customers here in the market. Not only in Spain, but let's say Europe, right? You say our offices, the commercial offices are in Spain, our headquarters are in India, or yeah, definitely. Perfect.
And
Excellent.
I just wanted to add that if anybody wants to create a company here, for example, the city of Barcelona or city of Valencia, they have a kind of program for these people who wants to come to do business here. And actually, from the January 1st of this year, it's been easier for any company to, not any company, but companies to come and stay if it's innovative. It should be innovative company, and it's very easy and less expensive and much faster. And I saw people creating companies like lightning speed because they're giving out the period of time that they can evaluate the paper, like days, not weeks. They are obliged, the government is obliged to give the answer in 3 days or 4 days or something like that. So it's very quick. And in addition to this new kind of let's say company law, if you a person who can work remotely, digitally, it's very easy to come to Spain to work from here independently from, you can get a collaboration from the company that is employing you on. So there are lots of things that you can take a look at right now in Spain, because actually they're opening up the door for foreigners and for attracting foreign investment, foreign business people is one of the first order priorities for the cities right now. So if there's any question or anybody who are interested in this kind of topic, please contact us because maybe we can help. Right? Thank you.
Perfect.
Excellent. um, Before we start with the wrap up, anyone else in the audience would like to say a few words? I see some of our members and directors like Chris Aguirre.
Yes.
Here you
Hello,
go,
hello,
brother.
Cesar. How are you
Hi,
doing?
good, good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Go
thank you
ahead.
so much. Thank you so much, Dimos, for your nice presentation. And let me introduce myself. So I'm Munir El Bouamri. So I'm the executive director of the Global Chamber in Morocco, Casablanca. So I know that between Morocco and Spain there are a lot of history and also We are very near. It's just 12 kilometers between these two countries. So we are neighbors. And there is, as Darimus said, a lot of partnership and of business between these two countries. I think the first partner of Morocco is Spain. And I think it's the same for Spain because we do a lot of exchange and a lot of operation of exports and imports. Yeah. So I manage a consulting company in agribusiness and food industry. So I'm working a lot with exporters here in Morocco, and so they work a lot with Spanish importers and with the Spanish markets. So I propose that we can collaborate on these sides to manage the opportunities of collaboration. So because I think there are lots of companies that desire to expand and also to be established in Spain. So that can also facilitate their operations and especially the recovery of their money. So I can have a lot of requests on these sites. So I think if you can facilitate that, we can work on these operation because I think there are a lot to do. And
I'll
the
be
second
glad.
things,
Mhm.
yeah, and the second things that I want to ask is now, as you know, there are a lot of problems with farmers in France. I think you know that lots of farmers now are on the roads, and
In Spain, we're
they are
also.
in Spain also. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think these can also push some problems. Can you talk about what now the government are like are now thinking about that, and what kind of decision that can be taken in next future to in this kind of situation?
Yeah, briefly, because it needs a lot of conversation. What the farmers, at least in Spain, and I guess the same goes for France, are looking for are for more support from the government, because there has been a lot of what's the word? There has been a lot of damages, let's say, because due to the weather. And for
Yeah.
example, in Catalonia, here in Barcelona, there is an emergency for water. So the government is asking the people to consume less water because there is actually drought. And so this is what is going on. And I'm not aware if has been a solution already, but I can definitely check it out and we can talk in private, let's say. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. So it's the same in Morocco also. We have a dry weather. It's 5 years ago now, and yes, now we have problems also in the drinking water, not just for irrigation. So there is problems in drinking water and supply of drinking water for population. Yes, it's climate change, and we
Yeah,
have to. A lot of countries now have inundation. Countries that have less
correct.
precipitations. Yeah,
This is worrying. That's why sustainability and is very is crucial, let's say.
yeah. So nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Dimos, and I hope we can do a lot of things in the future.
Thank you, Munir. It has been a
Yeah,
pleasure. We keep in touch. Mhm.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Munir. So I
Thank
think
you, Caesar.
we're about to end the conversation. So first, I would like to ask Demos to give us some final words, wrap up the event, some next steps, like how to reach out to you or or anything you want to add, Demos, feel free to.
Thank you, Cesar. As I said, Spanish has a lot of things to offer, even if this is exports to Spain or imports from Spain. I'm available for you to contact me if you want to discuss. And I left already my LinkedIn profile. And if you need anything, you can reach out. Thank you.
Excellent. I think something to mention is that Demos is a really global networker, like Yuka and like others global chamber members. So very active on LinkedIn, very active connecting people, and so I recommend you all connect with him. We will have an event on food service, like importing into the US through food service on March 28th. It is not in the calendar yet, but I'm gonna make sure that Elisa shared the link when she sends the recording of this event. It's gonna be with Rich Wobbleton from San Francisco, and it's gonna be interesting. And since you all are interested in the food industry, I will keep you posted there. So
that will be great. That will be great.
Thanks again, Dimos. Thanks, Yuka, for the co-moderation. It was very helpful. Feel free to connect everyone with Yuka as well. She's managing Spain and bringing a lot of activities there, as she already explained. And well, keep going to our calendar. Check our post on LinkedIn for future events. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Hilda. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.